So, Sam, your would you rather question for the week. Would you rather have a normal podcast episode with just us and a guest, or a podcast episode with a live audience?
Probably a normal podcast episode. And I say that not because, well, first of all, I've never done a live one before, so I don't know how that's going to be. Should be amazing. But I'm a little nervous for this. I'm nervous for most, but like this one, I didn't write any questions. So I have no idea what's going to be talked about, which I'm not in control. I'm in control for the first 5 minutes, and then...
You're really branching out these days.
So I like having control, so...
That's a good thing to have. So what does our audience think?
I feel like you don't want us here.
So why'd you plan this?
This is your idea.
Is the other Sam's idea?
As you can tell, we're really professional here.
I think this was actually my idea.
I think it was your idea.
And I'm like excited for it, but like...
But it is different.
And I haven't gone through one yet, so I'm going to do with what I know and limit the anxiety in my life rather than create more anxiety. But who knows? Maybe I'll have to ask the question.
Maybe that's my problem. I just live on anxiety. That's the only way you actually do something. That's why I'm a procrastinator. Like, the more anxious I get, the more I'm willing to do it.
I can maybe
Yes.
Wait, that's how it works?
We're not here to do therapy.
That's how it works for me.
I'm always here to do therapy. Come on now.
Yeah, you're right.
Welcome everyone to our 10th episode. I don't really know if when we started this, if I thought we'd actually keep doing this long.
Dude, I didn't think we were ever going to start it.
So it's a big milestone. And as you probably already know, we are having a live audience, and they will be participating.
Mm-hmm.
So today, they are the ones asking questions, and Sam and Sam are in the hot seat. So
yep. It's a weird reversal.
Very.
So we have a hat full of names, so we're gonna pick randomly, and then they will get to interrogate us. Okay. First up on the chopping block is Maddie.
Did you plan that?
No, I literally did. So, little spoiler. Maddie has no idea who we are.
She's about to.
So she's about to really help us be able to introduce what we're even doing here. Okay.
So you just ask a question?
Yeah, you can ask a question. Shout it out.
If you could have a superpower, but only during happy hour, what would it be?
Ooh.
Like happy hour, like 5 o'clock?
Like 3 to 5 is
3 to
like
5?
most happy hours.
Okay. That's a hard one. I think
Maybe the ability to fly, because that's when rush hour is.
True.
So I would just fly home.
I was
Granted, transportation to work would be difficult if I
You just like
Multiple cars just keep going, just leaving you.
carpool.
Yeah.
It's like pacing your drive back. You could just Uber in and then.
You're right. Yeah.
Or take the
Spend
bus
the
or
money you
train
would
or
have spent
something.
on gas getting home.
Yeah.
on-
So it's a net zero, but you know.
or a net negative.
Yeah, you're in the red, but it's okay.
You know, you had a good time, so.
I think mine would be similar. It'd be just teleportation.
Oh, okay.
And then I cut out all the time, and I can go literally anywhere. It's like 3:30, 4 o'clock. I'm like, I'm really tired of this. Just blip into Hawaii for like 5 minutes, and then
Okay.
it's like, okay, I can like deal with the rest of work now.
With your teleportation, do you have to have been at the location before to teleport there?
It's my superpower. I can do anything. It's happy hour.
But it's not happy hour everywhere.
Oh!
So maybe you could go
So does that mean I can
wait till
teleport
it's their
anywhere when
happy
it's
hour?
their happy hour? Yeah.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
You probably
Five
could
o'clock
teleport
somewhere.
out of
Happy
it, but
hours.
you
Yeah,
would have to
so
wait
what if
till
like, you teleport to Hawaii? Well, then it.
So I
Happy
can't
hours-
teleport back
happy
until
hours
it's
done,
You
after.
just
and then
need
have
to
to
wait
fly
5 more
back.
hours.
So I just only straight up and down in the time zone. Am I allowed to?
Yeah.
No, you
So you could go to like Wyoming.
Till their
That's
happy
Yay!
Think of all the fun you could have.
Yeah, Wyoming's great. Oh man, that was a great question. I think it's good.
That was good.
Do you have another one, Maddie?
I don't know.
Yes.
Let me see. I did have one. Who is your favorite sibling?
Do you know why
Be
that's
careful
funny?
what you say.
Yeah,
He lives with his 2 sisters.
I do live
Well,
with
two-
two sisters.
two of his sisters.
Two of his
Yeah.
sons.
It doesn't
Two
mean
of-
she's
yeah.
your favorite.
No, I know. That's fine.
I'm just kidding.
I'm definitely not her favorite.
You're not her favorite sister? That's weird.
I'm definitely not her favorite sister. Oh, this is. I know. It's very dangerous. There's things I like about all of them, and there's things I don't like about all of them. So,
We're all girls.
dude, honestly, it's probably Catherine because she's the one I've interacted with the least in my life. It's like anytime I go visit her, I'm visiting her kids, and so it's like, eh.
Jeez.
That is, yeah, that's the least one that could cause me problems.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Good luck, Sam. It's funny because your siblings actually listen to our podcast.
I don't know how consistently, but I've listened to
I will make sure
some
they listen to this
episodes.
one.
Oh, have you not shared it with your family other than Laura and Tiffany?
Nope, I haven't. I want it to be that like weird thing where it's like they hear it through a friend. I've become like big enough. They're all like, "What?" And then they'll message me. I'm like,
That's gonna
really?
be probably a couple years.
Colorado.
You know.
Okay. My favorite sibling, I'd probably say my older sister, Eliza. I'd say I'm fairly close with all my siblings, but she's probably the one I like talk to or communicate the most consistently. And I feel like we don't fight as much now as we did. My younger brother is like second, but
You got
we
them ranked.
Wow! It was between my younger brother Ethan and my older sister Eliza, and I had to decide what qualities beat them out. And it's because I fight a little more with Ethan. And there's like normally we get along, but there's sometimes, usually like once in every like Christmas vacation, do I like get super mad at him and like lose control of my temper. So that's why.
Okay, that's fair. That's a fair assessment. Yeah, we'll see what comments we get after this. Ugh. Okay, well we're gonna pick it somebody new. Those are dangerous questions we're getting from Maddie over there. Okay, drum roll. Anybody got a drum roll? Yeah, but that sounds great on the mic. We got Mason. Ooh. I'll tell you our story about our TV because I don't think. Did you tell him?
No.
Okay, after you go.
Okay. So, which one would you prefer? A microwave or an air fryer? You can only have one of them.
I feel like a microwave is more
Personal.
everything. Yeah. Yeah. Like I can't make mac and cheese in an air fryer, but I can make it in a microwave.
I mean, air fryer is just an oven.
I'm not gonna make mac and cheese in the oven either. I don't know. You can do like a mac and cheese casserole.
Yeah, and like if you like cook it on the stovetop and then put it
Do
in
you
the
still have an oven?
Yeah,
Could
you'd
you
still.
still cook your chicken nuggets in an oven?
I mean, yeah.
But they're so much better in the air fryer.
They are.
Yeah, but better than the microwave. Like, you still have an oven. So it should
Air
take
fryer
longer.
reheats things a lot better than microwave.
Yeah.
That is true.
That is, for the reheat.
But you could do that in the oven as well.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
could, but it takes
I say
It
this
does.
because.
But I don't think that.
What is our food scientist perspective?
Oh yeah.
I'm probably gonna have to go with microwave just because I use it more. And like I have an air fryer. It's one of my roommates, but he's like, you can use it, and I have used it. But on like a day-to-day basis, I'm going to the microwave to reheat my food or do whatever. I don't use the air fryer. So in this part of my life, microwave would have to win.
Okay.
Okay.
I like it. Did I ever make a choice?
I don't know.
You could
I
have
said microwave.
You said microwave.
And then you waffled.
Be definitive though on microwave. What's your
That is the least I am in my life.
final answer? So we need it now.
Final answer. Is it the end of the test yet? Can I procrastinate it any longer? Yeah, I'll go with microwave.
Okay.
Just because I know how to use it.
Alright.
Fair. Air fryers are kind of confusing sometimes.
That's true.
A little bit, yeah.
I need to buy one, and then I'd probably have a better idea.
It also depends on what kind of air fryer you get, because there's multiple kinds.
Yeah.
That's true.
Different levels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get a beginner.
Yeah.
I need a very Betty Crocker, one of those type
Like
of
the
like.
easy thing.
Oh
easy
yeah,
bake.
there you go.
Those are the best. Like,
That's my level.
Like,
It's the oven.
Yeah, get my little barely cake thing. Yeah,
that's
perfect.
Gosh.
Nice.
Okay. Question number 2, Mason.
So, this one, I don't know why I thought of this, but I did. When renewing your driver's license, should you have to take a driver test? It could be the written one or the driving one.
How old am I?
Any age.
Ooh, okay. That is a different answer.
I wish the pod could see their faces.
Yeah. One of these days we might have a video. Dang, I don't know how to answer
So
that.
every time I go and renew my license, I have to take a test.
Yes.
And driving test, not just written test.
Oh.
Or.
Either or. Would you rather have it, you have to take a written test or a driving test when you go renew your driver's license?
Written test.
It's
Because
easier
they give
to
you a
cheat.
book to use,
Mhm.
and
They don't do that in Colorado, right?
They don't do that
Oh.
in places.
Yeah.
they do in Logan.
Yeah, they do.
Utah, you
I
get
know
a
people
point.
that have not passed their test.
Utah.
That's the reason why Utah drivers are
Worst.
bad.
Okay, if I didn't have a book,
It's
I would say
okay.
driving. But if I can get a book to use on my test, I would say that. Because driving, I'm a good driver, and at least I think I am. But there's little things that I could be docked on, and I don't know if there would be enough for me to fail my test. But I just don't want that stress in my life.
You just
Yeah.
schedule it for 10:30.
What if- What if, I think I might go with driving, but what if in this scenario, they change the color of your license to the grade you got on your driving test?
Oh.
So everyone can get it, but you can get a red one if you basically failed, or you can get a green
So you see
one.
everyone's grades?
Yeah.
That means if you get pulled over, you're gonna have more suspicion laid upon.
There you go.
What's your color?
The
That
cop
sounds really bad.
The officer's like, oh, he has a green license plate, we're good. Red? Oh, no, I need to get that one.
Yeah, let's not. Oh, man. Oh,
That's
man.
an idea.
Yeah, maybe not. We won't do that one. But I think driving just is because you can answer. I've answered so many tests without knowing anything about what I was actually answering, and still got 100 on it.
Mhm.
I just don't think. Yeah, I'll go with
I
driving
can
test.
get irrelevant questions about motorcycles and.
Yeah.
That's true.
That
That's true.
What does this
What
sign
else?
mean that you're going to see once in your lifetime?
Because I was thinking the little parking lot obstacle course
Yeah.
driving test kind of
I've
thing,
never done
and
one of those.
yeah, the range, and then maybe an actual driving
Where
around.
do people actually do? I've never done that.
I haven't
is that
done that
a thing?
before.
I think
driving
here,
courses.
Yeah.
I did
I get
down
a
in Utah
test.
County, so
Yeah, all I remember from my driving test is I had to go on the interstate for it, and that was awful.
Oh, I bet.
And then they took me to this 6-way intersection with a light on it. Even the driver was like, I don't know what to do here, buddy.
Good luck.
He was like, I won't dock you for anything that happens here. I was like, okay.
on the line.
Yeah, it was insane. That place is ridiculous. Oh man.
For my driving test to like actually get my license, I remember I got docked on because I didn't park close enough or park too close to like the stop line, and I did it
you,
like
open the
several
door
times.
and check?
I don't know, but it was just like I might have missed a couple other like things, but that was like the majority of like what I got, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Like,
But Sam, you're from Idaho, which I am also. So like you start driver's ed at like 14 and a half. Like
Correct,
it's so
yes.
like
Yeah.
you're driving when you're young,
That is young.
which is dangerous.
Did you guys take driver's ed during school, or was it like an
15.
after school
it was
thing?
an after school.
I
class,
took mine in the
maybe.
summer.
We
like
don't
in
have
I think it depends
8th
on
and
when
9th
your
grade.
birthday is.
Sign up
Oh.
online.
Yeah, in Colorado, it's literally just like pass the test to get your permit, and then you can drive.
Oh, you don't have to
You
like
didn't
take
get
a driver's
hours?
ed class?
No,
You don't
you have to
walk
do hours with your permit,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
but yeah, no, you can
I was
just
like,
you just pass the test.
No,
And
you
you go.
had to have proof of the driver's ed course. Because if you didn't, then you had to wait another year.
That's right. I didn't do mine until 16.
That's why you didn't drive your.
That's why I had to have my mom drive me to college.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's a real bummer when you don't have a phone and there's bomb threat. You're like, anyway. Okay, cool. Next question here.
While you're doing that, I had a driver's ed instructor who was this old man, and he terrified everyone. And he'd be yelling at you, "Sir, what are you doing? Sir!" And you're driving. I'm like, "I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing." Yeah, like, don't yell at me while I'm driving. I think the one time that I can remember was like we're backing up, and there was this like long driveway into like the school parking lot. I don't know what to call it, road, I guess. And you're supposed to like back up the entirety, but I was not backing up straight. I don't know. It was very stressful.
backing up is hard.
Sir.
Yeah,
Sir,
sir,
what are you doing?
He was this old man. He was kind of always cranky.
I'm
And
gonna get your attention.
That is so funny.
Sir!
From now on, I'll just say it in high council. Sure. Oh man, brother, what are you doing? Okay, and next up we have Jenna.
All right. I wrote mine down. Hold on.
You're a veteran here.
I am. Wow. Look at me go. Okay. If you had to step in as the CEO of any public company, which would it be?
Oh snap! And it has to be public.
Yeah.
Are you gonna fact check me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at their stock.
This is your investing strategy.
Not necessarily. I don't know. I mean, maybe
What's
it's
the
like.
company you could run into the ground? I will probably won't buy stock in that.
Well, you know, not to be too morbid, but it is kind of a dangerous time to be CEO. So it's top of mind.
United Healthcare. That's what I'm just kidding.
They're hiring, so.
Oh my gosh!
Sorry.
What is going on?
Okay. Bring it back.
Okay, answer the questions. That is a really hard question.
I don't know that many companies that are public. Here, I have a couple thoughts.
Okay.
Barnes & Noble. I don't know if it's public,
Ooh.
but I like books. Probably would be a good fit.
Yeah.
Maybe. Second one I thought of was Smuckers.
Ooh.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Wow.
Okay.
Find out
Are you
if
checking
Barnes
off
& Noble-
Like Yahoo Finance. Hold
I'm
on.
pretty sure Smuckers is. Maybe.
It has
think
to
so,
be.
yeah.
And then the company's Post consumer brands, but it's like Post cereal.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
That might beat out Smuckers because there's more products that I like.
Mhm.
But
More things to manage, though. I don't know. I don't know.
That is true. I don't know, but I eat more cereal than I consume jam.
You could have a greater influence on the pumpkin spice world and cereal.
Yeah,
You're right,
you
so-
could go all in on
Yeah.
it.
I don't know. I picked those two food companies just because I've worked intern for both of them.
Oh, gotcha.
So
Nice.
both of them had pretty good company culture.
That's fair. Is Blockbuster still publicly?
Oh,
Is
snap.
Blockbuster
Are you
a
trying to
thing?
The last one
Is
closed
Redbox
down
still
in
actually?
2020.
Yes, I saw it.
Redbox? Is it public?
I don't know.
I heard it closed down
There
in
is.
2020.
There's still one Blockbuster.
I mean, everything
open.
closed down.
Wait, there is?
Bend,
Yeah,
Oregon.
it's up in like Oregon. Yeah.
Oh,
Bend,
wow.
Oregon.
Yeah.
They came
Road
to
trip.
Comic Con.
Oh, man.
As a novice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Maybe
It's a relic of a
Yeah.
simpler time.
I would probably say Redbox if it's publicly available. 'Cause
Okay.
that doesn't seem super hard. You just gotta get
I'm not-
DVDs.
Redbox just went bankrupt.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean they're not publicly available.
So why not
They
like
might be the
video
most
and-
available.
Yeah. There's lots of stock available.
Gosh, yeah. I don't know if you know how this works.
You said be CEO. If it's already crashing and burning, I can't do much worse.
So
That's fair.
You see
not
your way
like
out and start doing a job.
AMD or Nvidia.
Well, those people are actually smart.
And you're not?
And that's also a lot of money. I don't want to be involved in. I did think that, though. I definitely was thinking AMD. But, yeah, I'd probably have to go for, like, some smaller company that was just, like, barely breaking in.
Okay.
Because then I could just sell it off. Sell it to someone else.
Take it just a little and then sell.
Yeah, just like, yeah. I'm a great
You
CEO.
could just do an IPO and then dip. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what they mostly do.
It's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. Okay.
Question
Next question.
numero dos.
What is the weirdest thing that has ever happened to you on a date?
Ooh.
I don't know if I've really had weird stuff
Or
happen to me.
Or the weirdest thing that somebody said to you, maybe. I don't know.
Were your dates just completely normal? Like
I
Or are you the
I was gonna say, it's not like the bad neighbors. If you don't have any bad neighbors, you're the bad neighbor.
I have stories. Okay, weirdest thing that might have happened to me was the cops showed up.
Ooh.
We were doing homemade fireworks.
Okay.
Basically, you just put steel wool on the edge of a string and you just spin it and then shoot off sparks or whatever. And so we were just out in the parking lot where Cal Ranch is now, where it didn't used to exist and there was nothing there before. That's where we were doing it. But yeah, we're just sitting there, we're spinning around, and then a little bit this cop just pulls up and he's like, "What are you guys doing?" And my
Sir,
date,
what are you doing?
but my date was this close to just bolting. And
not pass the vibe check.
yeah, and so I was just I'm just doing homemade fireworks. He's like, "Well, how does that work?" And I was like, "Oh, it's just like this." He's like, "Can you show me?" And I was like, "Yeah." And it hadn't been really working before, so I was like, "Please work, please work, please work," or else he's gonna think we're doing drugs. And so yeah, we just did it, went off, and he's like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." And he's like, "I just wanted to come check and make guys were normal, cause there's not normal people around here. You see that you see that camper van over there? Yeah, there's somebody we've had lots of calls about because of him. And
Jeez.
we were just making sure you weren't." Yeah, so that was a weird one.
I can't think of any. I'm trying to go back through my dates, and I feel like I have pretty normal dates. So maybe I'm the problem.
Yeah, I don't have bad dates, but I don't know what weird means.
Okay.
I've heard a lot of weird.
But because I didn't answer, you can ask one more question.
Oh, I didn't come up with another question.
Well,
Oh, I don't know.
First one in your head.
What's the best thing that's ever happened on a date?
Oh, I do
Yeah,
like that
best
one.
thing. Okay, yeah, best thing that's ever happened on a date.
Do you have any good things that have happened? Or are they all just mediocre?
I know for a fact you've had at least one good date because I went on a date with you.
Just saying, my
I can go if you need time to say.
no, I can work with this, I guess. I'll do it. I I will say one of the best group dates, first dates that I've ever been on was with Jenna, and we went geocaching, and it was super fun.
Geocaching is a great
Yeah,
one.
and it was a competition. There was like
And
3
we
couples,
won.
and we won.
We destroyed.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was awesome.
Bravo.
There's a lot more clapping in this episode.
Go
I like it. Best thing that ever happened to me was, it was the first date with this girl. We like went and got sodas, and then afterwards we're like, do you just want to drive around? And we're like, yeah. And so we just drove around, and then we ended up in like the really big houses up on the hill in like Hyde Park area.
Nice.
And there was like one under construction, and it was like, do you want to go like explore it? And we're like, yeah.
Wow.
So we did. It was so much fun. It was such a good time. I recommend it to everyone. It is kind of illegal. If they don't have a sign posted, it's less illegal. But yeah, because then like for whatever reason, then we just like started doing it at like random times. Just be like, oh, let's go check out other houses.
Let's just go back into this house.
Yeah.
It
And
is
then-
interesting to see how people like arrange
Yes,
this. And you're
it
like,
was
I
so
would put that
cool.
closet there. I
Yeah.
would.
Yeah, because they like typically have the blueprints just out, so you can look at them.
Just make
It's
changes
it's
there.
like any heist film where they like suddenly like have the blueprints.
Yeah.
I'm like that. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Statute of limitations for like trespassing.
I don't know. It's not an established property yet. They don't have sign posted.
Yeah, but somebody owns it though.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a thing. People do that though because
Yeah.
like it's an actual thing. I'm not saying it's legal, but it's a common thing.
But yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. And
Nice.
that was probably one of the better dates I've ever had. It was a really good time.
So you don't have any pictures of that though, do you?
No.
It's probably a good thing.
So the best thing that ever happened to you was trespassing.
This goes into a story I had with Dave once. we were out golfing, and then he was like, I don't remember, like, got on top of, like, girls or whatever, and then at one point, like, somehow ended up being like, maybe I do like just bad girls. Like, I don't know. It was so weird. But, yeah.
Wow, what a revelation.
It was a weird revelation. I've really, like, amended, like, my dating, like, spectrum after that. I was like, I do have problems.
Laura's dying.
Yeah, she just knows a lot about my dating history. Anyways,
I will say I have toured like a house being built. It was like inner ward. We knew the family, and across the street there was a church being built. I think at the same time, and we did tour that while it was being constructed. So I also probably done some.
Like it's a thing.
Yeah, no,
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Anyways,
Casual trespass.
it's just
Small
it's also
town
really
trespass.
weird to
It's
drive
really
past
fun.
after it's done, being like, I've been in your house.
Yeah, maybe don't tell them that.
Yeah.
Maybe don't start with that.
I don't
You
start
send them a
that.
letter like, "Hi, I've been in your house."
Just put a note on the door. It's like,
Did you
I've
end
been
up
here.
going with this closet, or did you convert it into this?
Would you send me updated pictures?
Yeah, I'm really interested
What
to see
color
what.
scheme did you do?
Yeah. Okay. Next question person is Elise. Also a veteran. You were on, right? We had her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
How could you forget my episode?
I was like thinking like here, and then I remembered we did it at the church.
I asked ChatGPT for some questions.
Original.
Yeah, they're better than mine. If you were given $10 million to spend in 24 hours but couldn't keep any of it, how would you spend it?
That is a really hard question. Because like I could like plan a really nice vacation because the money's spent. I just have to go on it.
Yeah,
Or I could like invest in a lot of it.
but you couldn't keep it.
It's not mine
Yeah.
anymore. The company
Yeah, I
has
get
that
that.
money.
No, it's invested.
Yeah.
But that sounds lame. Too
But-
Buy a car.
responsible.
In 24 hours? Which you could do that one.
Oh, easy.
Yes.
I was like
Oh,
a
yeah.
house,
Okay, but
I'd
what
want
kind
a
of
bigger
car, though?
house, but that way you can't.
I mean, the sky's the limit. So what car?
Just
Can I buy a
Any
tank?
dealership, because
Why not?
You can't.
It has to be like a compact
24 hours,
SUV,
though.
probably.
Okay.
Ooh, maybe like a
Dude,
Subaru
elusive.
Forester. Or
Ew, bad choice.
No
Okay.
Subaru.
I do not like
maybe a RAV4.
You have $1 million.
10 million.
10 million.
You have $10 million.
This is the kind of car I want to buy. Then a brand new one. Or
Brand new,
fair
you like a
enough-
McLaren or something. You're like, rapid
No, like,
But if
You
it
know,
was
you have to go
right
to
off,
the
if it
it
was
was
like
for
a
half these
super
cars, you
nice
just buy it
car,
online.
like I
You
would
can
probably
literally-
be nervous about driving it. I
It's
want
much
something.
more usable, much more
You
powerful.
could probably walk up
And
to a
like
random
the
person on the
snow,
street and be
yeah.
like, I will buy your car for $60,000 and be like, yeah. Right there on the street. You can get a RAV4.
Yeah, but if you friend, that's fine. Let the man have his idea.
I would probably buy some sort of like housing. If it's 24 hours, it'd be hard, but maybe like
It is
at least
really
like a townhome, maybe, and then I could move in, or I could just rent it.
nice.
find some sort of deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just-
Or even
just
I don't know.
rent
This
the
might be like
townhouse.
not
Buy
like
it.
property,
Put your money down with
and
like
then I
this
have
nice land or
somewhere,
something.
and then I can build
I would
later.
just buy like a couple acres somewhere. And
Yeah.
say, yeah, I'll build a house
It's really
on there.
hard to
Land
get
is-
through an entire process in 24 hours.
That's
That's
true.
That's
the
like
issue.
time wise.
But if
It's
you,
really
but
hard.
if you just put it all down as like earnest money or something, like then it'd be like in there, and you could, I don't know, something like that.
Here's 10 million.
10 million in earnest.
Yes.
There's $1 million.
I think
down
you'd get
payment.
it.
Probably good.
I think it would
Maybe
appeal.
like
just find rent.
lifetime season tickets to BYU volleyball and
Oh.
soccer.
That's a good
That-
idea.
yeah, that'd be fun.
There you go.
I don't know.
Those are actually good
I mean, I
ideas.
can keep going of things I want to
I
buy.
think you're at not 100 or 10 million.
You're probably close to like 500,000.
It's that.
I mean, you want to buy a
I guess the house.
The
whatever,
yeah,
the
land
house
was-
is
yeah.
what I said.
The house and the cars is gonna be up there.
And
But
he's
the
like,
car's
Did you
not.
hear his car?
Yeah, I was like, the car's not that. It's
Well, it
the
sounded
house.
like he listed up like 3 cars. I'm like, yeah, one, 2, 3.
Are you buying all 3 of them?
Yeah,
You could get 7.
all of the
for
colors.
free.
There you go.
You could even buy like a private jet
Then you'd
and
need
the
to buy a
staff
garage.
to fly it for
That
a
is
while.
true.
Yeah, that's true.
Just pay a
Not
yearly
on tap.
salary, just right out to go.
Yeah.
So many options. Buy the dealership.
Buy all the
In
dealers.
24 hours, though.
Just become like
They can
the
do
next
it.
Mr. Beast.
Yeah. Just be Mr. Beast for a day.
Yeah.
Side note on that, I do have a friend from high school that was on the Beast Games thing.
Oh,
Really?
No.
How did they do?
I think he made it fairly far. I think he made it to like the 5th episode or something.
Damn.
Wow.
Anyway, that's a fun fact.
Thanks for sharing.
That's a fun fact.
You bet.
Okay.
What about like? Sorry, I'm just thinking like gift cards. Like,
Do the whole like
Hey,
scam.
that's like a
Oh
whole
my
goal. I think
God.
what?
Because
I
it
don't
still is the money that
You
you
could-
just have.
Because you're
Just give a
I'm
bunch of
buying something,
$25
though.
Amazon.
You
You
could
can't
email
keep-
Them for credit.
a bunch of people
I mean, it's-
and pretend you're a Nigerian.
You're buying a
prince.
credit.
Cash it
and
forward.
Okay.
I don't know.
If we're saying you have only for 24 hours, are you saying I only have 24 hours to enjoy the thing that I actually get?
No, whatever you just have to spend it in 24 hours. There's no keeping whatever is left. Like, say you spent $2 million.
But I was saying,
8
like,
million goes back.
if we change it to you have 24 hours, $10 million, anything you get won't last past a day.
That's a different question.
That is a very different question, but it makes you think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Probably
could,
not a house and a car at that point.
Yeah.
no, you could email a bunch of people and pretend to be a Nigerian, but actually have
I'll
the
give them the money!
Yeah.
To gift
Yeah.
or reverse scam.
but actually have the money to back it up.
I need to make a call.
That would be awesome.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Okay. What's the most ridiculous thing you believed as a kid?
I believed I could, like, control the 4th dimension.
I don't know
What is the fourth dimension?
I didn't know. I don't know. But like literally, me and this kid on like a field trip, we're like, oh, we can like totally get into like the 4th dimension and like slip through time and do all this other crazy stuff by just thinking about the number 4.
That was super
So we did for the entire hour-long bus ride.
You know what? I bet your teacher was very happy.
Yep.
Just like slowly shaking its head. It's like, oh.
Yeah, the
man.
teacher didn't know. We were in the back of the bus, just like me and my
You were in the
buddy.
fourth dimension.
Yeah, what do you think in the back of the bus?
Yeah, so
Oh my God.
yeah, that was something I believed for a good solid hour.
That's weird.
Or reality coming back from that.
Mine's gonna be a little more mundane than that. and probably like Santa Claus.
That was my second choice.
How old were you when you found out? That he was-
Spoiler warning for any children. Stop listening.
Sam's lying. He's real.
It's real. He came to my house. Maybe Sam just wasn't good enough to have Sam.
You definitely.
I think I was like 10 or 11.
Oh,
I was kind of old.
So was I.
And I wouldn't have found out, but
It's like, I think that's normal.
I
have a lot of
was-
10-year-olds in
I
my
was in
class.
first grade.
And they
helping my mom wrap my younger brother's birthday presents because his birthday's in November. So we were like running into our parents' closet, me and my older sister, who found out at the same time as me. So I'm not even the oldest in my family to learn.
oh dear.
And she's only a couple years, but still, like, we were very gullible, I guess. And my mom eventually had to tell us because she thought we saw the Santa wrapping paper because they had different wrapping paper.
That's where it always is.
Yeah.
And I didn't. I was oblivious. I would have kept believing for I don't know how long. Because at that point, like, I'm pretty
Like,
sure
come to college and they're
kids
like,
in my class were like,
We don't have a chimney, guys.
leave the window open.
I used to think you just walked through the front door if she didn't have a chimney.
Yo, what's up?
magic. He's magic.
But I'm pretty sure kids in my like elementary school classes like talked about Santa not being real, and I was just like, they don't know what they're talking about. Like, Santa comes to my house, like I don't know what's up. Like looking back, it's like what the heck? But I believed, and I was one of the first times I probably cried. I bawled. I was so sad.
It was devastating.
It was
Christmas is never the same.
true.
It's so sad.
Yeah.
It really is just
So,
like
there you go.
so sad. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I'm
Chad.
glad you kept going with it. Okay, we have up next Arden, our favorite Russian spy.
Please say that on the air.
Hey, we got Russian viewers last time we said.
That's right.
The
Let's
algorithm knows.
sneaking a secret message to them.
Yeah, I gave you time to be able to send the next intel report.
I just want to say something in Russian now, but I can't think of anything cool. So, too bad.
Say duck.
Utka.
Okay.
There you go.
Russian word.
If there's a nuclear attack, I'm really sorry.
Spare me.
If Arden's gone tomorrow.
Alright. What is something that you would like to either invent or have invented for you?
Oh. Man, you guys are good at asking questions.
You told us to
You
come.
gave us like a
Yeah.
date.
You did threaten us. I feel like
You're like, please, please.
it felt serious.
It is serious.
Can you repeat the question? I'm just making sure I'm answering it correctly.
What's something you would invent or want to have invented?
I have one. Do you want me to
Go ahead. Yeah, I'm thinking.
I would want to invent a better like granola bar / protein bar.
Sam
Julian
is
on the
so on
market.
brand.
Yeah.
I should have seen that coming.
Sam's really crunchy.
Got it. It's all coming together.
Here's the thing.
Keep going.
I love granola bars. Protein bars are okay. I don't have as many protein bars as I have granola bars, and there's some really good ones on like the market. But I just feel like most of the time I have a granola bar, like I'm kind of hungry. I'm like snacking, and I eat it, and it doesn't fill me up. So I want one that is still like cheap, cost effective to like make, but is actually like got oomph to it that will like fill you up. And so that I don't like want to eat more.
Have you heard of mom bars?
No, mom bars?
Mm-hmm.
I have not. Maybe they've already been invented. I don't know. But then also with the protein ones, so they don't always taste super great. And so
Chalky.
yeah, so like the
Yeah.
protein, like added
And they
whey
don't-
protein doesn't.
Like shelf life is like
Yeah.
And so I would invent a protein bar, maybe combine it with a granola bar. I don't care. That just still good protein, but tasted good, and people actually wanted to eat.
So granola
So
bar
he's
that
got
has more
patented.
protein, but not necessarily a protein bar.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's right in
I
the
mean-
sweet spot.
Yeah. Best
Okay.
of both worlds.
I like that. I would probably want some form of better, either autonomous driving or just better public transportation that just works better. So that I wouldn't have to drive myself anywhere. The amount of time, I don't know, I just hate it. Especially driving home. It's 10 hours to drive home. Imagine having 10 hours to just do whatever you want.
Have you thought about a Model S?
Yeah, but the range is not long enough.
How many times did you have to
That
stop?
becomes a 15-hour drive.
True.
So you want better interstate public transportation?
Yeah, either that or just
Because
actual-
big cities have pretty good public transportation.
Yeah, but at the same time, I still have to walk a lot.
So
That
you
generally
want
is what comes with public
He wants
transportation.
teleportation.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
Have you
I didn't want to say it outright.
big walkways
somebody
in the
did
airport.
like in some big cities they have the green not a go-kart
The,
but,
oh, the scooter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
like the
And or you can just get a jet.
Okay, but if I'm on a scooter, I still have to drive it. I need somebody. I need something to just
Teleportation.
control me entirely.
You just you need a
But if I have
handler or something
teleportation,
push
I
it.
don't
Public
want.
transit tends to take longer.
I don't want. That's why I'm improving
Well,
it. Teleportation is too instantaneous. I
Okay,
still need
so
that
you
free
want,
time
like
in
a
between.
bullet train.
So
Processing time.
$10 million.
So how much time?
Yeah.
How much time do you want it to take for you to get home then? An hour?
It could be the
2
same
hours?
amount. Okay, same amount of
Just
time.
little effort.
Just don't make me have to do it.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
So
You just need somebody else to drive.
Yeah. I need a driver.
Hear me out.
here's the thing. With that $10 million,
I could just buy a driver.
get a permanent chauffeur.
Yeah, there
That's
you
a
You
go.
wouldn't even
Uber
have,
on
you wouldn't
tap.
have to park your car. You would just say, "Hey, I'm ready."
Yeah.
That
I
would
literally
be
just
nice.
walk outside, be in my car, and just.
And then you
You would never have to clean off your car.
Yeah, I'm
No.
glad I just
Built
invented a
in.
chauffeur.
But you know what? A chauffeur for you.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
specific.
It's new. It's new.
And not talk to me when I'm in my car. I'm worried about me. Don't.
Maybe what you are inventing is the car that you'll
No,
be
no,
in.
no, never mind. I changed my answer. I am very, very passionate about this. A microwave instead of a glove box. Yes.
Safety regulations on that.
That's not where I thought it was going.
Not at all.
That went somewhere else.
How often are you driving and you reheat something?
All the time.
You're like, oh,
10 hours. I don't have to stop. I can just grab something frozen, throw it in there. Boom, it's done. Yeah.
Oh no, my McDonald's hamburger that I bought an hour ago is
The
not
fried
fried.
tastes bad. Yeah, just throw it in
Okay,
the
but you're driving.
Yeah.
distracted driving.
I put it in and I press the button.
Wait,
It's
wait,
like
you
turning on the
realize
radio.
It's gonna come out of your driving test.
Can you operate this microwave while driving?
Or is it like where you have to put it in park before you can?
Public transportation with the microwave, you know?
Just Bluetooth it.
That's
Bluetooth
true.
microwave.
That's true.
Oh, Bluetooth. There you go.
Just take the chauffeur still.
Maybe both of them together.
Both on the
My
same-
chauffeur can manage the microwave.
Well, then you could just have a microwave in the back.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, design the car that you.
So basically, I just need an RV that's going to drive for me. I'm really
the RV chauffeur. That's what you need.
I'm really, thinking outside the box. Okay, is that your first question? That's good though.
That's very.
The next one's probably not as interesting.
Well, who knows?
I don't know.
The next one is, what is the dumbest movie you've ever seen?
Gravity.
Gravity?
Was Sandra Bullock?
Probably, I don't know.
What?
I was really young. I just remember it was so incredibly boring. I was reading a
I
book
mean, it
while
is
watching
boring.
it, and nothing happens. They're stuck in space the whole time.
That's space.
I mean, that was...
It's boring.
The anxiety comes from
There's
your
no
space.
action in it. There's like
It's all about anxiety.
Space movies though. I mean, like Interstellar. Like yeah, they're in space, but like it's good.
But there's
True.
some like there's like a journey throughout. Like they start somewhere different, they end somewhere different.
Gravity. She starts in a space station, has to go over to some Russian thing
And then
In space.
in space.
But I think it's more of like a POV kind
It's
of
been a
movie.
long
It's
time.
like-
I was like a kid, maybe a teenager. And I'm pretty sure I was there for the whole thing. I just remember saying, that was the worst movie, never want to see it again, waste of time.
I love how immediate that answer was.
I know. I'm impressed.
It's because ever since then,
Premeditated.
it was
We
my...
need to rewatch it. I need to get a second
Do you
opinion.
think about it constantly?
Add
It's
it
like,
to
yes,
the
Gravity's
list.
the worst.
Add it to the list.
You're
Just
in
like,
charge of the list.
Yeah.
I did add a movie to the list earlier today.
I'm
Off
pretty
of
sure
Sarah's
everything in that
recommendation.
movie is like physically
What would you add?
If it's not
too,
good,
so.
don't blame me.
We have a new movie.
I was told about it.
This is their
I want to
hypothetical
know.
list. We don't
What
actually
is
do
this
anything
movie?
with
Yeah.
it.
Sure.
What
He
was
loves
it?
me, he loves me not.
I don't know. I'm very excited.
Dumb
oh, I remember
movies.
seeing. Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I thought you were saying that.
It's a thriller romance.
What?
You didn't actually watch that though, never mind.
I know. I've seen a lot of really, really weird movies.
that counts
Like
too.
Chicken
I would
Run.
totally take it.
He said
No, that's
dumbest.
not nearly
So,
weird.
have you-
don't know.
Have you seen Return to Oz?
No.
I've heard of it.
That is a wild
Is that like the
ride.
second movie or something? Or?
It's
It's
It's a
own
sequel.
thing.
it's its own thing, but
It's-
also a sequel of a movie that didn't actually happen. It's wild.
Is it the book still? Like
It's
Wizard
based
of
off
Oz
of the books, yeah.
is The
Oh.
J.M. Barrie.
Yeah, the original one. But yeah, that's a wild one. The Space Between Us, I think I might go with.
A long time ago.
That was the dumbest movie.
Which?
The
What's
Space
that one?
Between Us.
Oh.
It's about the guy that gets born on Mars and then goes to Earth.
Space. You guys don't like space?
It just that one is just
Falls in love.
So
and
bad.
And then she has to become an astronaut.
I love Star Wars.
whoa.
Space movie.
Oh, I was like, what hot take are you about to make on Star Wars?
Space sci-fi. That's, I mean,
Yeah, like that's good. I really like Interstellar. Interstellar's awesome.
Okay.
Dune is awesome.
Yeah.
Dune's
I
good.
haven't seen it.
Space between
But apparently, generally, I don't watch space movies because I've seen Interstellar once, haven't ever seen Dune.
Add it to the list.
I have it.
Too,
Let's
it's
watch
been
it.
that long.
Yes.
Haven't
last
seen The
year.
Martian.
Adam both.
Oh,
They're
Martian's
The Martian.
good.
That's
Great.
And
That
Interstellar was an alright movie.
Yeah.
Yes, because the
I don't know if I'd ever
Yeah.
watch it again.
It's
unless
really scientifically
my
interesting, but
friends
beyond
were-
that, it's like,
It's already last
It was a good one watch.
yeah.
Which one?
Interstellar.
Okay.
We should add the
Next questionnaire. We have Brendan.
Ooh.
Brendan.
Well, I didn't write my questions down, so if I can remember.
I don't either whenever I do.
What is like a skill, like a skill that somebody has that you know to like a high degree that you're kind of like, oh, that'd be really cool. I want to kind of do that.
Oh. These are just going to be food based.
Probably.
There's so many skills.
But it has to be somebody you know, though.
That I personally know?
Yeah, that you personally know that has
That
like a
I
skill
haven't.
Just pick someone
that
in
you're
this
like,
room.
this is a skill that they can do really well to like a high degree.
Honestly,
that I would
you-
love to learn.
Knowing anything about the body.
Who knows that?
So you
Use
need
different words.
so you need to
No, 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 I'm saying
You would be surprised at how little.
little I know about the body. Like,
So you need to
almost
take-
anyone in this room could fit that bill.
so you need to take an anatomy and physiology class.
Yeah. Yeah, it's bad. It's really bad. Like, super duper bad.
So sad.
Yeah. So,
That's so interesting.
that is my skill. Knowing anything about the human body.
I'm a little concerned for you.
Most people are.
I would say just like mechanic skills, like how to fix your car. I like know nothing pretty much, and it's always very anxiety. Like taking my car in, like I don't know what's happening. Like I don't know what's wrong. If anything's wrong, like, and them trying to talk to me. And it's so stressful.
So do you ever feel like you're getting swindled at the mechanic then? When they're like, oh, do you know all about these things? And you're like, yeah.
No.
Yeah, let me call my dad.
Yeah, like I'm normally if I have time, I'll be like, oh, let me think about it, and then I'll like talk to my dad and be like, is this a good thing? There are some times where like I was going on a cross country road trip by myself, and I like took it in, and they're like, hey, you need to replace these for like this much, and I was like, okay, like that's a lot of money, but like gotta do what I gotta do. And then talked to my mom, she's like, oh, you should have gotten like a second opinion, and I was like, nah, it's too late. Like better safe to be sorry.
Yeah.
Especially driving across the country.
Yeah.
So
I like it.
You would save a lot of money with that.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
2.
So, question 2. I think you guys have talked about like New Year's goals and stuff, like what you want to
Yeah.
accomplish
Yes.
already. But on a kind of go listen to a
I don't know if we
podcast
actually
again.
talk about
How many
goals.
days?
But like bucket list,
Bucket list.
because I think everybody has a bucket list.
Ooh.
So, what is like one thing on your bucket list that you think you can reasonably do
Aw,
this
dang it.
year?
Oh, this is she.
Yeah. Ooh.
Within like I guess the next 11 months, because January's almost done. So
Yeah. Huh. Skydiving, I think maybe.
Ooh. Guess you gotta go down to Ogden.
No, I don't remember who I was talking to, but yeah, we like got really close to actually like planning a date.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did that. That sounds fun.
What?
Do not invite me.
I can do skydiving way easier than I can walk to the edge of a cliff. Because I'm supposed to jump. My biggest problem, I get to the edge of the cliff, I'm like, what if I jumped?
Right
Just don't listen to those thoughts.
Also,
Yeah.
like you're tandem skydiving, so really you're not in control.
I'm not in control. Although, for whatever reason, when I do that, I really want like a really small person to be. So it looks like I'm just wearing a person as a I really want that.
It seemed like Ryan Hamilton's bit of like skydiving. Okay. you're gonna
Who's
have to
Ryan
look this.
Hamilton?
He's a comedian.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know. He has a funny bit about skydiving.
That's a good question. I don't really know what's on my bucket list. I'll do a cop-out answer, and then maybe I'll think of another one. Graduating with my master's.
I was gonna
degree.
say.
Getting a real job, like a real adult
Ooh,
full-time
that's a
job.
better one.
Ooh, there you go.
Because that is really hard.
And that will happen
I
this
know.
year. I'll just, I'm,
You're ready.
You got plenty of
This
time.
podcast better take off.
Salary.
Yeah. Any sponsors would. You can send an email to. We don't have one, but. You can use that.
Good question.
yeah, I'll use that. I can't think of any others.
Okay.
Nice.
That's a good one, though.
Good Rangers.
Okay, next up we have Sarah.
So Arden and Brendan took mine too.
Oh!
You can have my chat
I
GPT.
have one that I thought of, so it's not as well thought through
25.
as the other two.
Okay, okay.
What is like your biggest turnoff on the first date?
Ooh.
3 times.
Sam, we just really want to know about your dating life. Fans want to know.
I just don't have an exciting dating life, okay?
Yeah.
It's like everybody here, everything.
Yeah.
Hence why we're here.
Ouch! Ouch!
We're their backup, Sam.
What does it say about us?
Number one turn off on a first date.
Having experienced a first date with this, or I would assume this would be a turn off.
Either or. Like, what's something that just is not. Yeah, it's like an ick.
I think if
Yeah.
like conversation is just hard to have.
Yeah.
I think most of the time, like first dates, like you can have a conversation, but like there's some people where it's like definitely harder, and that's not even just like going first dates. Just like people in general, meeting people. Some people are like for whatever reason you're talking about like the lamest thing, but like you're can have a good conversation. Other times it's like you're trying to like pull like answers and it's like one word and you're like you're giving me nothing and now I'm getting stressed about I don't know what more questions to ask you.
Yeah.
It's like I've blown through all my questions
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
So if that happened on a first date, I'd probably be like, yeah, definitely no.
Mine is kind of like the exact opposite of that one, to where it's like
They talk too much?
they talk way too much. I have said 5 words and we've had a 2-hour-long date. Then it's like,
It's like, I want to talk about me.
well, no, I just want to talk. I want to have a comment more than like, yeah, oh, cool, huh, nice, interesting.
Yeah.
Like, this is not
Actual
fun.
You want like
conversation
ebb and
rather than
flow.
like
Yeah,
Not just listen.
but like we're talking about like real
Conversing.
turn off. That is like a real
Yeah.
real turn
That's
off.
valid.
That's the thing.
Yeah, I have another one, but I don't want to share it.
You can tell us later.
This is my podcast.
You'll have to tell us like off the record.
Yeah, off the record, I will share it.
We'll hold you to it.
Okay, was that 2? No, that was
No,
one.
that's
one.
Maybe it was just we were very anxious about it. It felt like
second
2.
one, I guess, what's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten?
Ooh, that's a great one. It would be I'm not sure if it was a molasses cookie or a gingerbread cookie, but that type of thing dipped in fry sauce.
What?
Literally,
Yeah, didn't you just do that like a while ago?
no.
Oh no. What did you? No, what did you eat a while ago? That was like
it was
the
frosting
same-
on ham.
Oh, yeah, frosting on ham. That's frosting
That's
on
what
ham.
you eat. That was so gross.
That was good. That was actually good. I mean, honey ham is sweet. But yeah, that's a good callback. Great callback.
Sorry.
But no, that was good. The molasses cookie and fry sauce, just nastiest thing I've ever had in my life. And I went to Honduras. That tells you how nasty that thing was.
I probably
Yeah.
could have told you that before you ate it.
Well, you should have told me back in high school when it happened.
And what?
you were in high school.
And
I was
what-
so
what
much
did you
dare,
think
or
that
like
would be
you're just
good?
like,
So the problem was, it was like this girl's cookie. I was like messing around and I like hit it into her fry sauce, and she's like, "Well, you have to eat it now." Yeah,
Oh,
so I
dear.
did, and it was gross. And I almost threw up.
Okay, I have one. I do not like jam or jelly.
But you want
You want
Oh,
to
You have to kill it off.
He's done with it.
Smucker's is not only a jam and jelly company.
Okay, but what are they best known for?
caramel syrup
Jam.
for ice cream?
Which is amazing.
That's a good point.
They also own Jif peanut butter,
Do
which
they?
peanut butter is good,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
They own like
Wow,
several,
they really
they
cornered
own
the market on that.
Uncrustables, and they have non-jelly Uncrustables.
Those are really okay. Those aren't as good.
They have like peanut butter and honey, they have like a Nutella one, or like a hazelnut one. They own like some like bakery type stuff. They used to own the Pillsbury brand, but then they divested that.
Interesting.
They also own.
So why
Dog
is jam and
and
jelly
cat food.
weird?
Okay, I don't.
Yeah,
I'm just
really
I'm
questioning.
educating the masses because most people think of Smuckers, they think of jams and jellies.
Well, with a name like Schmuckers.
I don't know why I don't like jam and jelly. I think some of it's like texture, maybe some of the flavor. I don't know. I just haven't as a kid.
So not even like homemade stuff then either.
Right. I'm getting better where I can do it now, but I'm still. I think it's more of like a mental block at this point because I've had some like on my mission. I was like, oh, that's good, but it's anyways. So many stories are coming to mind now. Wow. One before I get to the big one is there's once my mom made me a sandwich for lunch, took it to school, and it turned out to be like a crab apple jam sandwich. Because it was jam, I didn't eat it. And I don't know what I was thinking. I should have just thrown it away, but I just kept it in my lunchbox, and my mom found out. And so my mom was like, okay, you have to eat it, else you're like not getting dinner. And so like I went to my room, and then at dinner time, I like came and I like had to eat it, and I think I did. I don't know. This was like in first grade or something, but I should have just thrown it away because my mouth shut.
Therapy.
But the real story is, I can't remember the actual question. Food item I didn't like, most interesting, I don't know. Is on my mission, I ate a whole jar of grape jelly. In one sitting.
Why?
Why?
I'll get to that. But first of all, I hate grape flavor too. So just
grape
double.
and jelly.
Yes.
Grape flavor's not good.
So have you guys heard of the game? Oh freak, what am I even thinking of? What are the odds?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
I hate that game.
I don't like it.
So
Too risky.
I have a funny story about that game.
on my mission, it was like the night before transfer calls. Me and my companion just started like doing what are the odds. I don't know why. It was that night, and then it kind of continued into the next day. We ended up staying.
Oh dear.
And I got my companion. I picked up like a leaf on walking, and I was like, "What are the odds you eat this?" And I won. And then I felt bad, and I was like, "Okay, you can either eat this or drink a whole thing of V8."
Oh,
Okay,
I would eat
like
the leaf.
V8. I was like,
Well, we had just had some V8 given to us by a member, and I drank it, and I did not like it. So I was like, "This is like still a nasty thing, but not as nasty as eating a leaf off the ground."
Leaf is
And it was in the
child's
winter time, so it was like a dry, like dead leaf.
play. Oh, okay. That is worse.
On the ground,
That is
bro.
worse.
I mean, that was more sticky.
So later that day, they did it, and can't even remember what the odds were. It was like 1 in 10 or like 1 in 17 or something, and I lost. And it was a member had also given us this.
You guys really loved it.
And so fast forward, we were gonna do it at a district P day at the end of the transfer. We brought it because one of the areas in our district were having a baptism. And so we like had district P day, went to the baptism, but we forgot it in that church's fridge. And we lived like an hour away. And so we forgot it. We're like, okay, guess we'll have to wait for district meeting in like a week and a half. And so after district meeting, we'd go to district lunch with all of, like the elders and sisters. And this time the zone leaders were there. So not a great moment. But we did it. And my companion just pounded the V8. And me, I'm just like eating the jam. And I ate it all. It took me like an hour or more. And that's all I ate. And I just remember I got so sick. We drove
so much
an
sugar.
hour back to our apartment, and I like had to lay on the couch, and I was like, shoot, that was not smart. That was the dumbest thing I could have done. Because now I can't go work. And I was like, shoot, if I can't stay much longer, the thing was, like, the rule was, like, if you, like, were sick, you had to, like, call the mission president's wife, give permission to stay in. So I was like, if I'm sick much longer, I'm gonna, like, have to call her. And this is
Hey,
dumb.
sister, I ate a jar of jelly.
Yeah, so dumb.
I don't know why.
Anyways, and if memory serves me correctly, I think I like prayed to be like, Heavenly Father, help me just like throw up. Or like, and I went,
Just get it out. Get it
threw
out.
it all up in the bathroom, and then I felt great. And we went to work. And then the next day, the zone leaders called me to see if I was okay. And I felt so embarrassed because I was like, great, that was like the dumbest thing ever. Not smart. Didn't think that through.
That is great. I
So-
love that. That's so funny.
I even have a video of me, like the last like couple bites, I think.
Oh, geez.
And a picture. I did not.
That's so gross.
That is so funny.
So there you go.
Wow.
Great question.
Great question. I love it.
Hard grape jelly. Oh, jeez.
Was that 2?
Yeah,
Yeah,
number
that's
2,
good.
yes.
Okay, next up, second to last, we have Aaron.
Okay.
I'm also a prepared person.
Okay, what is one habit that you two worked really hard to develop that you're proud of?
Not walking duck-footed.
I can appreciate that.
Yeah, like straight up, like beginning of the mission, I was like, I don't like this. And so for like 3 months, I just concentrated on like walking straight, and now I walk straight.
My dad actually does it. My dad's a physical therapist, and that's a big, like, he does gait training, so, like, fixing how people walk. And so now I'm, like, super conscious of, like, how people walk. And so I'm like, you need to fix that. Good job. That's really good.
Yeah. No, if only I could do that with like holding my shoulders back.
I don't know if I'm proud of my habits. I'm sure I have habits. I just have to think of them. Can I say one that's kind of weird?
Yeah.
Well, maybe not weird.
This is your
It's like
podcast.
even
You
better.
can say anything you
Yeah.
want.
I like when I wash my hands, specifically like after I use the restroom, which is good. But most of the time, like if I'm coming, well, I have a really good habit of when I come inside, washing my hands. For some reason, that's just like I've had people like that's kind of weird. Like why do you do that? Like just notice that like yeah you do that. I just like feel unclean, so that's cool. But like when I wash my hands, I like count to like 30.
Wow.
And like that's good, like they teach you that, but like it's kind of a weird habit of just like I did it and now like I just do it and I don't know if most people do that.
Sam is the hero of COVID.
Yeah.
Oh, that got some habits going. I don't know. Sorry, that's
a good
not-
one. I think that's a good one. That's a good habit to have. I think more people should have that habit.
I knew it was coming.
Anyways.
Okay, second question is, what is the best compliment you've ever received, or like that you could imagine receiving?
Oh, that's a good.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
Yes, Sam, go. Yeah, let
Speak
the teacher.
I am kind of a clean freak.
Really?
Didn't notice my hands. But I just like having a neat like living space, and so I'm probably like the roommate out of all my roommates, other than maybe my older brother, who like washed the most dishes, like swept the floor, washed the counters, like more than like anyone. And my like wish is to like leave like roommates and for them to be like, man, we miss you, like we noticed the change. And like it was awesome having you as a roommate, because it's more just for like my personal sanity that I do it. Just because I just don't like it. It stresses me out. It's kind of therapeutic if I do it sometimes. And my younger brother, who I was roommates for a little bit, actually did say that one time. And I was like, thank you so much. I just hope. And like I've had awesome roommates. And I was just like, man, I just wish they would say that after like living with me. So.
Let's see what we can do.
Because I put a lot of hard work into it.
I'm like between two.
Sure,
like,
both.
Okay.
Yeah.
My podcast. So one was my mission president. It was actually in a letter to my stake president at home, and it's also kind of a funny story because like he gave me like a very similar letter to the one he gave the stake president. But like, and he's just like, Brother Ambler's like so humble, it's amazing, which is kind of awkward to like brag about. But
He said I'm humble.
yeah. But and like at the time, the like stake president was like even like so like, wow, this is amazing that he gave me back the letter, being like, you should keep this. And at the time, I was like, this is stupid. I don't care about being humble. But like now that like I've gotten older, I was like, wow, that is like a really big compliment. And then the second one was my track coach for my senior year. And it was just like the awards ceremony, and she like gave the awards and everything. And it was just really cool because she's been my coach the entire time. But like in it, she talked about like my accomplishments that year and like how great it was. But then she's like, none of those accomplishments are really what I care about him. And she just like then listed like all the things I did with my team and like really help build the team and like be really close. And yeah, so
Nice.
it's definitely like something I look at every once in a while when I'm like feeling really depressed about myself. I'm like, okay, I don't suck. Yeah, so those are my two.
That's good.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's a good question. Good question. So for our final questionnaire, we have Sam Clark. I'm just kidding. I'm prepared for that. We have Jenica.
Okay. So first question. If your life up to this point became a movie, which actor would you want to portray you?
Ooh. Probably the guy that voices Hiccup in Having Treasure. I don't know his name, but yeah.
Voice actors.
He's also in Sorcerer's Apprentice, right?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I'm looking him up now. What's his name?
First one that came to mind was Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I
That
see it. I
was
really
it.
see
I
it.
can see that.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah. Because if not him, it'd probably be like. I'm trying to think of another one for you. Daniel Radcliffe.
That's an idea.
Sam and Weird Al.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of like younger actors that are. I don't know.
Tom Holland. I was right.
Yeah.
It's the only young.
Yeah.
I guess we just have to keep it in
Timothy
Spider-Man.
Chalamet.
Yeah, Timothy Chalamet.
Just any of the Spider-Man.
Sam's Spider-Man.
Oh, there you go.
Man. That's awesome. I mean, honestly, you'd probably be a great Spider-Man. I would watch that movie.
Thank you.
If you were the actor for Spider-Man. It'd be awesome.
New number one compliment. That's actually what I want people to say.
You'd be a great Spider-Man. Oh, man. Were those satisfactory for you?
Sure. Okay. Second question. So we discussed like the superpower you would want to have, whether it's in happy hour or just period.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know the mysterious circumstances in which you would gain said superpower.
Oh.
And you can't say spider bite.
No. Like, I want to hear
Dog bite.
how would you?
I have mine.
I don't care what superpower.
Let me
it is,
give
just
you
like
the full story.
the full story.
Once
of
upon
how
a
you
time.
get it.
Oh.
Once upon a time.
He discovered the fourth dimension.
You stole my thunder. Yeah, tell the whole story. Whoa. I said teleportation, so like.
You're in the fourth dimension.
Yeah. So I was gonna give like a whole backstory about this kid growing up young and like struggling in life, and then at some point he meets this other random kid who's a genius, and he's just like, we must stare at this four, and then think about it intensely, and then yeah, at some point he just slipped through time.
Sounds like it sounds like
I'm just glad I'm predictable.
to like a novel that you'd read as like a teenager.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely
Yeah,
a
YA
nice,
fiction for
good
sure.
YA.
Yeah, YA fiction.
I should just write it.
Do it.
Definitely.
Not I am number 4. It is number 4.
Gauge are so close, but like it's different.
No copy.
One, I think it would be awesome if. Have you guys seen Shazam?
Yes.
If it happened like that way, like
Where you make
portal
fun of an
open
old
up,
man.
I like meet this wizard and like he gives me these
Hagrid?
powers.
you.
Like
Daniel
Radcliffe.
Yes. Oh, yes.
You're a wizard, Harry.
I mean, if I could be a wizard, I would do it. Like,
No, it's like you're Spider-Man.
or more like plausible would. Not that this is plausible, but I'm just.
Why bring realism into this?
Sometimes that's how my mind works.
No, yeah, that's okay.
Would be probably like. Either some like chemical reaction or like exposure to like this insane radiation that just like mutates all my genes and then like now I have like my abilities.
Follow-up question. Will it be from making food?
That's
Oh, an experiment's gone wrong.
like
Is
an
it
insane
the-
amount of
is
like
that the-
rennet in your cheese or something.
No, is it the granola bar? It's a super granola bar?
You guys are ridiculous.
You got the protein sequence wrong in your granola
Coming up
bar,
on
and
midnight,
now.
so.
I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Right on brand.
It's funny.
Oh, wow, it is.
man.
Dang.
Yeah.
And we talked about ending at midnight. So this is pretty good timing. I'm not
Alright,
gonna lie.
like 4 minutes. There we go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Can I add one thing? This goes back to Aaron's question about the compliments. That has just been like circling around my mind. About the weirdest compliments I've gotten. You can answer this too.
Oh, yeah.
I've had somebody
the last questioner.
Yes. I've had somebody compliment my eyelashes before, which as a guy is kind of weird.
And but guys always have the nicest eyelashes and they don't have to do anything about it.
Okay. Girl compliment or a guy?
Girl.
Okay,
I was like,
that's
of course-
a compliment.
and, like,
yes.
weird if a guy
It's just
says
kind of like that's I don't know. It's just out of the blue, and you're like, well,
It's like,
thank
oh.
you.
It's like, okay,
It's
cool.
like, I tried really hard.
I know. Other one is, I don't remember what it's about, but like my eyes. I had like a cashier once tell me. Maybe a couple cashiers. I can't remember. At least one. And then
brought
I
a
had, like,
group over.
It could, no, it could have been different
Fifty size
instances. Or it was like, and then I had like a friend also mention it, and it was like the friend and the cashier was like in a weird amount of like similar like period of time. It wasn't like years apart. It was just like, oh, why is like people comment? I don't know. It was just things that like people don't normally like compliment you for. That I'm glad that I have nice eyes and eyelashes, but
Good job.
thanks, Mom and Dad.
I think I've gotten a lot of weird ones. I can't really remember them. Maybe like they mostly stem from like Honduras, where it's like, "Wow, your skin is amazing," and it's like,
As you're like all hot and sweaty.
yeah,
Very
beet red.
Very sunburned. Like,
Yeah,
thank
like, I
you.
was like, "Thanks, question mark." Yeah, I think I just block most of them from memory.
I
So
write
have-
and tell my family. Somebody just told me this. Kind of weird.
Yeah, it is. They're, yeah, I don't know.
Do you find it weird when like you have like some random person in town just gives you a compliment for no reason? Because I've had that happen. I'm like, thanks, I guess. Like,
I think, honestly, I feel like this is different.
I'm
Different
gonna
experience
sound.
between like men and women, because I feel like for girls it's so normal to like somebody
Yeah.
you don't know be like, oh my gosh, like you look. I don't know, like maybe it doesn't translate to men, but I'm like I feel like that's a
I
normal
love those.
occurrence
I
to
love
like.
those moments.
I'm
I don't
about
know.
to be real egotistical.
I don't know. I'm like
I
maybe
mean,
men
I
are just
like
like
when I
not
get
giving.
complimented. I just don't. It doesn't
Yeah.
happen very often. But when it comes
Yeah.
from a random person, I'm like, all right then.
Yeah.
I think that maybe I should do it more
I
when
wish
that
people
happens.
did it more often.
Yeah.
Because I've had like guys be like, oh, like nice shoes or like
Mhm.
shirt or whatever. I'm like, oh, thank you. Like I try really hard sometimes. Not really hard. But it's like good.
Coming from people that you like.
But it's been like
Yeah.
I'm walking on campus and somebody will say that, and then I'm like, maybe I should be better at that because I see people. I'm like, oh, that's a cool like whatever, but I'm just very shy and like don't want to make it awkward when it's like not very awkward because people do it.
My problem is I feel like I'd mess up the compliment and I'd be like, "Hey, shoes."
Shoes out.
Yeah.
Well,
so
you know,
I
it's a
think-
jumping off point. No, no, no.
Yeah,
Like,
I think
oh,
that'd
does
be
you
my
want my
problem.
shoes?
He's like, is this a whole
Do you want them?
Give me your shoes.
Yeah.
Do you need help finding them, or?
Yeah, that's why I don't compliment people. Because I feel threatened. Oh man. Yeah.
Well, it is officially
It
midnight.
is officially midnight. We did it. We made it.
Wow.
It is officially Sam's Midnight Ramblings.
Finally. Going back to the good old days. But yeah. I don't know. Thanks for listening. We want to just thank everyone in our attendance today, in our audience. Thank you so much. You guys are what make doing this just the best. We love hearing you guys talking about it, the random scenarios that you end up laughing. It's always great to hear. And so we probably in the future will try to do something like this again. Maybe when we're slightly, hopefully bigger. One can only hope. Goal for this year.
I will say this was a positive experience. Even though at the beginning I was not too sure of it. I would do this again.
Episode 50.
Yeah, episode 50. But yeah. For those that are just listening to this, like, share, subscribe, do all the fun stuff. Rate it on Spotify. Still go answer that poll. Have you guys answered the poll yet?
No. What?
So there's a poll. Oh, that's fair.
You can do it on my Spotify.
Go on Spotify. Episode 8, we have a poll out there where you can choose what album describes the Sam's the best of Taylor Swift.
Oh, I don't know Taylor Swift. I can't answer that.
Well, you have like 30 more days.
Listen to them straight.
I'm not going to do
You
that.
can also ask Elise for some advice.
So we know who the Swiftie is.
Yes.
It was my episode, so.
It literally is in the title.
Yeah. But no, yeah. Share it with your friends. Share it with anyone you think would enjoy listening to us ramble. Yeah. Send us off, Sam. Or you guys can send us off.
Thanks for your time.
Bye.
Yeah. I don't know.
One final cheer. Yeah!